Hi again, everyone. Welcome back to the English Learning Platform. Last time, we followed Steve Jobs from a garage to revolutionizing tech with Apple. Today, let's travel to a different kind of builder, one who started with books and ended up changing how the whole world shops. Let's look at the vocabularies used in his story. Here is the final vocabulary summary for the Amazon story. These terms are essential for any English learner looking to work in business, entrepreneurship, or professional environments. Construction icon, the builder's vocabulary, and the ultimate English learning word list. Think outside the box, idiom. To think creatively and find non-traditional solutions to problems. Application. Perfect for brainstorming sessions, job interviews, or describing innovation. Example: we couldn't solve the shipping delay with our usual methods, so we had to think outside the box and find a new partner. Scale up, phrasal verb. To increase the size, scale, or reach of a business or project. Application. Use this when talking about growth, expansion, or increasing production. Example: our online course was a success locally, so now we're ready to scale up and market it globally. Go the extra mile, idiom. To do more than what is expected or required to ensure success or happiness. Application. Great for performance reviews or describing high-quality customer service. Example: the hotel staff went the extra mile by decorating our room for our anniversary without us even asking. Long-term thinking, noun phrase. The practice of making decisions based on how they will affect the future rather than focusing on immediate results. Application. Use in strategic planning or when discussing investment and education. Example: learning English requires long-term thinking. You won't be fluent in a week, but the effort pays off in years. Push through, phrasal verb. To continue working or moving forward despite being tired, bored, or facing obstacles. Application. Useful for motivational contexts or describing a difficult period at work. Example: it was a very difficult month for the team, but we pushed through and met our deadline. Customer is king, proverb or phrase. The belief that the customer's needs and satisfaction are the most important part of a business. Application. Used to describe a company's philosophy or a service-oriented mindset. Example: at Amazon, the customer is king. Every new feature is designed to make their life easier. Turn the corner, idiom. To start to improve after a period of difficulty, failure, or being in the red, losing money. Application. Used to describe a recovery in health, business, or even your English studies. Example: the startup lost money for 3 years, but they finally turned the corner and are now making a profit. Section 1. Entrepreneurship and risk. Take a leap of faith, idiom. To do something risky with an uncertain outcome, relying on trust or hope. Use: when talking about life-changing decisions. Application: career changes, moving countries, starting a business. Example: she took a leap of faith and moved to Tokyo to start her English teaching career. Start from scratch, idiom. To begin something from the very beginning with no help, existing tools, or prior work. Use: when discussing building something new. Application: construction, new projects, learning a language from zero. Example: I didn't have any materials, so I had to start my research from scratch. Regret minimization framework, term. A mental model where you make choices based on which path will cause the least regret in old age. Use: when explaining the logic behind a difficult decision. Application: long-term planning, personal growth, quitting a job. Example: I used the regret minimization framework to decide whether to quit my comfortable job. Calculated risk, noun phrase. A danger or risk taken only after carefully weighing the pros and cons. Use: to show that a risk was smart and planned, not a gamble. Application: finance, business strategy, high-stakes decisions. Example: opening the second store was a calculated risk, but the market data suggested it would work. Make or break, idiom. A situation or event that will result in either total success or total failure. Use: to describe a moment of extreme pressure. Application: product launches, final exams, crucial investor meetings. Example: the presentation tomorrow is a make or break moment for our contract. Section 2. Business Strategy and Growth. Scale up, phrasal verb. To increase the size, amount, or reach of something significantly. Use: when talking about a business getting larger. Application: expanding a company, increasing manufacturing. Example: after the pilot program succeeded, the company decided to scale up the service nationwide. Long-term thinking, noun phrase. The act of making decisions based on their impact years into the future. Use: to contrast against short-term greed or quick wins. Application: investing, education, sustainable business growth. Example: successful leaders prioritize long-term thinking over monthly profits. Pivot, verb or noun. Use: to suddenly and completely change direction or strategy. Definition: a sharp turn in how a company operates to find better success. Application: changing a business model, changing a career path. Example: the app started as a game but pivoted to become a social media platform. Go public, phrase. When a private company offers its shares for sale to the general public on the stock market. Use: discussing a company's financial evolution. Application: finance, stock market news. Example: many employees became millionaires when the tech startup went public. Marketplace, noun. An open platform, physical or digital, where many different people buy and sell goods. Use: describing the structure of an e-commerce site. Application: trade, digital economy, local markets. Example: the online marketplace allows independent artists to sell their work globally. Section 3. Innovation and Efficiency. Think outside the box, idiom. To think creatively and find non-traditional solutions to problems. Use: when encouraging creativity to solve a problem. Application: brainstorming sessions, engineering, creative writing. Example: we couldn't fix the car with standard tools, so we had to think outside the box and find a new solution. Disrupt, verb. To drastically change how an industry works by introducing a new, better way. Use: when a new technology makes old companies struggle. Application: innovation, technology, competitive markets. Example: streaming services disrupted the traditional movie theater industry. Cutting edge, adjective. The most advanced, modern, or newest stage of development. Use: to describe high-tech products or research. Example: the eye hospital uses cutting-edge lasers for eye surgery. Frugality, noun. The quality of being very careful with money and avoiding any wasteful spending. Use: describing a modest lifestyle or a low-cost business culture. Example, despite his wealth, he lived a life of frugality, always saving for the future. Two-pizza rule, concept. A rule stating that a team should be small enough to be fed by just 2 pizzas. Use, discussing how to keep meetings or teams efficient. Application, project management, meeting organization. Example, we follow the 2-pizza rule to ensure our meetings are productive. Section 4, customer focus. Customer is king, proverb or phrase. The philosophy that satisfying the customer is the most important part of a business. Application, used to remind staff of their priorities. Application, sales, retail,